Hello, and welcome to CarePro Worksite Wellness's presentation on Health Wealth, your guide to financial wellness. When we are in control of our finances, we feel secure and are able to spend money on doing things that we enjoy, and are much more likely to take care of ourselves in other ways. While money does not buy happiness, how and where we choose to spend our money can have a positive or negative impact on our happiness and overall well-being. Today, we will discuss ways to set up for financial success and wellness, with topics on savings, distinguishing between wants versus needs, financial communication, and retirement savings. Saving money not only gives us a safety net for emergency expenses, but it can also provide us with the ability to travel, make investments, and more. Saving money can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. The first step to saving money is to record your expenses. Today's accessibility to online banking can make that process simple. You can't start saving until you know how much you're spending and where it's going. Second, try to create a monthly budget. Your budget should consider how your expenses compare to your income. Don't forget to include the irregular expenses too, like car maintenance and social activities. Next, set financial goals. One of the biggest motivators for saving money is having things to save for. Short and long-term saving goals are equally important. Short-term saving goals could include things like vacation or a down payment to a car. Examples of a long-term saving goal are retirement or a child's education. Aim for saving 10 to 15% of your salary each month. Tip: it's easier to save when you don't see the money in the first place. So set up an automatic transfer through your financial institution or divide your direct paycheck deposit into savings and checking. Money allows us to meet our basic needs. If we allow it to, it can also improve our well-being by allowing us to work fewer hours and thus spending more time doing activities that we enjoy. Unfortunately, a majority of people don't use money to buy more free time, but rather to buy expensive possessions that they don't need. In front of you is an example of what someone's wants and needs might be. Try making your own list of wants and needs. There are also a few questions you should ask yourself before buying anything to help you determine if it's a want or a need. First, ask, what will happen if I don't buy this? There are usually serious repercussions to not meeting our needs. On the other hand, there are usually few repercussions to not meeting our wants. Next, ask, if I wait for several days, will I still be so passionate about buying this? This can help with buyer's remorse. Next, ask, can I actually afford to buy this item? This will help you avoid using credit. Next, ask, how many hours must I work to buy this item? When monetary values are converted to hours, it helps you better understand the value and price of the item. Finally, ask yourself, what could I do with this money if I didn't spend it? Maybe you have bigger goals in mind, but are occasionally caught off guard by a tempting, unnecessary item. This question will help you bring those more important goals to mind. Too often, our wants become our needs. We want something so bad that we convince ourselves that it's actually a need. Instead of ridding yourself of these wants completely, try setting aside a much stricter amount of money for them. It's all about balance. Take a look at your budget and try to make your needs take up at least 50% of it. Hypothetically, contributing 15% of your budget to savings would leave you with 35% of your income to your wants. Communicating about money is important. It's no secret that money can cause problems in a relationship, and it remains one of the leading causes of divorce in the United States today. Just like any problem in a relationship, ignoring it will not make it go away. While women tend to see money as a security, men tend to take more risks, and more often than not, one spouse has primary responsibility over the finances. Though this might occur very naturally, it's not recommended. It should be a priority for any married couple to have a baseline understanding of the family's finances so that there are no surprises down the road. It's also never too early to talk with your parents about their finances. Though it might not seem necessary now, it's better to have these conversations when they're young and healthy versus when they're less physically and mentally able. Asking them if they have a will and/or a power of attorney is a good place to start. If they don't feel comfortable discussing these things with you, refer them to a third party, such as a financial planner. Finally, financial communication with your kids is critical. Teaching your children to be financially responsible at a young age will only benefit them in the future. Creating allowances for chores they do around the house is one of the simplest ways to teach responsibility. Have them put a percentage of their earnings in a savings account and watch it grow. Once they are earning money, have them buy items that they want with their own money. This will expose them to how much things cost and help them decipher between wants and needs. Finally, we will discuss the important topic of retirement. Are you on track to retire by your desired age and income? Many individuals delay retirement planning because it's a distant concern and hard to picture. But you can have a much greater impact on that savings if you start planning early. It's generally recommended to have your annual salary saved by the time you are 35. As you can see, the expectation multiplies at each decade of life. Also remember to adjust these numbers based on your income at each age. If you don't already, make sure to take advantage of your employer's retirement program, electing for a percentage of your paycheck to go directly into your retirement account. It's also a good idea to talk to a financial planner about other investment opportunities in order to set and meet your retirement goals. For example, opening a Roth IRA. The further you are from retirement, the more financial risks you can take with investments. This month's challenge is Stash the Cash. Save $1 on day 1, $2 on day 2, $3 on day 3, and so on. Or, if you want to spread the savings evenly throughout the month instead of gradually increasing, use our suggested weekly breakdown. With this challenge, you'll have the potential to save $406 in the month of April. If you don't want to save day by day, do a weekly or even a monthly transfer from checkings to savings. If you can't quite save every day, save what you can and you'll still come out ahead. Turn this card into CarePro Worksite Wellness by May 5th. Also, don't forget to take the online questionnaire. The conclusion of this presentation is start saving now. It's never too early. Thank you for listening and contact CarePro Worksite Wellness with any comments, questions, or concerns.